Brandon Carey at the 2019 Mr. Olympia versus Shawn Rhoden at the 2018 Mr. Olympia. This is an attempt to see how Shawn would have fared this year had the IFBB allowed him to compete. The front double biceps shows Brandon's superior arms. Look at the size and the shape of his biceps in comparison with those of Shawn. They both have wide chest and lats and small waist, but Brandon definitely looks more massive and denser with the better biceps, so he would win this pose in my opinion. The front lat spread shows that they both have wide frame in the chest and the shoulders areas, which allow them to show and spread their lats properly. But I think that Brandon has the wider and the denser lats, and we will come to see that in the rear lat spread. Brandon would win this pose in my opinion. One of the reasons Shawn won the title was his superior conditioning, and it shows in this pose. The side chest was one of the most impressive poses by Shawn. Although his chest might not be the best out there, the package he presented in this pose was truly impressive. Look at the defined lines and striations, especially in his thighs and glutes. Not taking anything away from Brandon, but I think Shawn would win this pose. The back double biceps shows that Brandon has the wider and the fuller lats and the more massive shoulders and arms, but Shawn has the more massive thighs and the better hamstrings, glutes and calves. Obviously, the judges were not focusing on the fact that Bonac and Hadi may have more massive thighs and better hamstrings and glutes than Brandon has, and gave more points to the traps and the lats areas. So based on this, I think Brandon would win this pose. I see Brandon winning the rear lat spread as well. He has the wider and the denser lats. This might be one of Shawn's least impressive poses, as his lats look shallow and do not show the depth needed to match the likes of Brandon. But again, do not overlook his superior conditioning in the glutes and the hamstrings areas. The triceps might be among Shawn's least impressive areas. It's flattened and almost does not show in this pose in comparison with Brandon, whose triceps look fuller and more massive. Look at the size and the conditioning of Brandon's shoulders. They both look aesthetic with their tight midsection, but the conditioning in Shawn's thighs and glutes was phenomenal. Shawn would win the abs and thighs. He may not have the most symmetrical or proportional abs out there, but they were so ripped and cut as if they were engraved in the rock. Shawn's quads outclass Brandon in the size, the separation, and the striations shown in this area. Brandon would win the most muscular. This pose is about the maximum amount of muscularity the bodybuilder can show on stage, and I believe that Brandon is more massive in the chest, shoulders, and arms and would dominate. Overall, Brandon would win more poses, but Phil Heath arguably won more poses too, especially from the back, but he still lost. First of all, Phil had a bloated stomach which was seriously taken as a major weakness. Brandon does not have this issue, but there is another reason which granted Shawn the win last year, namely his insane conditioning, which is still better than Brandon's conditioning this year. So it could go either way depending on the IFBB criteria. Let me know what you think about this matchup, and don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. Thanks for watching and have a nice one.